The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of She's in the Circle are their own and do not represent Lamore Media Versatility, that of any broadcast networks utilized its advertisers or sponsors. All content is subject to copyright and may not be reproduced in any form without prior written consent by Lamore Media Versatility. The views and opinions expressed by the hosts and guests of She's in the Circle are for general public information and entertainment purposes only.
Like what I see when I'm walking past the mirror. We gotta learn these words next time. But y'all feel
right. Y'all know what it is.
That's
just
right.
Fine.
Mary J. Just Fine.
Yes. Cheers to Mary.
Yes.
Because she even overcame her own struggles.
She did. And she's had a really tough life. But today, we are so excited to have you all back with us for She's in the Circle.
Yes.
This is episode 6. Yes.
We're doing it.
Yes. And I hope you all are getting something out of each one of these episodes because our goal is really to help women, just mind, body, soul. And I got to be honest with you, as we are going through these sessions, a lot of this is helping me too. It's helping me as well.
Say less.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way.
That's right. We're on the journey with you.
Absolutely.
Okay? And today we're going to be talking about being empowered from within.
I love this topic. You know, this is my alley.
It's near and dear to your heart.
Very much so.
You know, we're all working on things and we're all on this journey. And so we've got we've got our book of the day. We talked about starting a book club because, these books are on point.
These books hit different. They hit so different.
Yeah, but we do the research and we make sure that the information that we're sharing with you is going to be of substance and it's also going to be helpful and meaningful.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it's going to help give you some things that maybe even might transform your life and put you on, a trajectory, the trajectory that you want to go.
Correct.
So this is, we put a lot into it and we really care about what we do. But, like I said, we're also on this journey with you.
100%. So let's thank our viewers. So on that note, and I love the way you said that. It was so lovely and so inspirational. I felt encouraged listening here, listening to it.
It's real. It's always real.
It is. Yeah. And that's what we keep it real. We get business done.
But we always still have fun. And we got some fun stuff.
Oh, we
today.
got some stuff to share with you today.
We're going to get to it in a second. Yes, that's right.
Okay, that pink pizzazz. Pink pizzazz was an amazing event.
It was. It's still.
I'm still feeling the high.
I know. And we still have pictures that we're going to be sharing because we took so many. And for those of you who don't know, our boys, our sons, my youngest son, Christopher, and Dejae's son, Raymond, they are interning with Lamore Media Versatility. And so they came out and they covered and they documented that event and they did an amazing job. They did so good, right?
I was so proud of them. They were professional, respectful, and they got us some amazing shots.
They did. So the pictures will keep coming because we captured, they captured really the essence of that day. It was so much excitement in the air, so many smiles and, just women having a good time together. Yeah. Like we just had a really good time together.
And some of the women knew each other. Some of them didn't know each other, but nobody left without making connections, without handing out that business card. Yeah. So, and some of the ladies met some real bosses. There were some bosses in the room,
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully
there were a lot of bosses in the room. That's
that
right.
part. Yes. Okay. So it was an amazing event. And I'm looking forward to this next event. But before we go into that, I do want to thank our viewers.
Yes, please.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'm talking about family, friends, Facebook friends, Instagram friends, all the people.
We love you.
You guys have been showing up and showing out for us, and we 100% appreciate that. And we're going to show up and show out for you every day.
And wait a minute. Don't forget. We just hit 100 subscribers. Come subscribers.
100 subscribers. And
yes.
by episode 6.
By episode 6.
So that's amazing.
Our goal, we set a goal, right?
Absolutely.
You have to set goals to make it tangible. We're going to talk about that today. So our goal for this year, because we're doing this in small bites, our goal is to hit 1,000 viewers or 1,000 subscribers, rather, not viewers, subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year. So we just hit 100 today.
Oh my gosh.
So exciting. Because listen, in these YouTube streets, it's out here. You might be able to get it on Facebook. You might be able to get it. Oh no, Instagram is hard too.
It's a climb. It's a slow and steady climb.
Instagram is rough.
It is. But you know what? Show us some love. We're going to show you all the love as well.
We appreciate you all so much.
Yes.
We appreciate we are 10% of the way there.
And we're going to get there.
That's right. That's all part of goal setting.
And I like that 10%. For some reason, it doesn't sound as far away.
No, it's not.
You know, it doesn't sound far away.
We can do it. We're going to do it.
Absolutely. And if it takes us every sixth episode to get there, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there by the end of this year.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you all are going to help us get there before 2024. Let's do it.
All right, we got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, so next up, we have our upcoming events.
Yes.
Right? But before we get to that, we're going to wind it back. Our sponsor. Stiff with it. We have our sponsor of the day, which is Mad Max Macaroon. Not the movie. This is Mad Max Macaroon. And they sponsored our Pink Possess event, and they actually had our winning prize. They donated the winning prize, which was this beautiful
display.
This 3-tiered macaroon
It looked
cake.
very elegant.
It was amazing. So we have pictures of that we're going to share. And then she also donated the desserts for the event. So we really appreciate really appreciate Mad Max. Thank you so much for your contribution to She's in the Circle. She's good friends with Tevis Mitchell. So Tevis Mitchell.
Oh, the Denim Chef.
The Denim Chef. Our girl, Tevis Mitchell. Yes. We'll tell you
Kisses
about
to her. Cheers to Tevis.
Cheers
the
to
Denim
Tevis.
Chef.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. Introducing Mad Max. Tevis actually she was a culinary instructor. She's already gotten her degree. She's got her degree in that. Nice. And she also taught classes for culinary school also. So Mad Max, this company, this is one of her students that was actually in the class.
Look how that came full circle.
Right. And so she wanted to attend the event. She wasn't able to. So she said, you know what, let me send over some of my macaroons. Yeah, and so that was really nice. We love how women just come together
and support.
And that's right, supporting that means the world to us. So thank you so much.
She saw what we were doing, and that made her want to support.
Absolutely,
and it was a pink macaroon at that.
It was.
It was all of them were pink.
Cute. Everything was so cutesy and adorable.
So cutesy. We're all about
girly.
pink. I know. A touch of pink will keep the blues away. Do you hear me?
It will.
Okay. Just a touch.
That's right. So we had so much fun with our Pink Possess that we wanted to just continue on with the momentum, right? So we have 2 events that are going to be coming up. We have our She's Efficient, and this is our Brunch, Dance, and Learn session, right? And this is going to be a lot of fun. We originally had that scheduled for August the 12th. Now, we had some technical difficulties with the registration, so we're going to go ahead and extend that out. And so this is going to be on September the 9th. It's going to be every second Saturday. But instead of us starting our first one in August on the 12th, we're going to go ahead and push that out to September to give more people time to register for those of you who did have some trouble registering. And we do apologize about that. We're trying some new tools out. Yeah, we're trying some new tools out. And so we're trying to see which one works out the best. This one is going to be Eventbrite. So now we got it. So that will be available in the link. So make sure you click down there. The registration. Yep, look down there. Yep, look down there. You're going to see the registration link for you to go ahead and sign up to come to that. And my girl is going to be teaching some Canva skills. She's going to be sharing.
Listen, y'all, if you want to upgrade and up-level your marketing, if you want your brand to stand out from the rest, you are going to get some great tools, some great information. And we're going to go through Canva 101, how to set up your Canva, how to set up your back office for your Canva, to set up your portfolio for your colors, like your branding kit, essentially. So you're going to love this. We're going to give you we always drop all the gems. All the time. And we don't hold anything back. We are full of information and we are ready to share. So sharing is caring. So just like sharing is caring, make sure you share this on your page to someone else so that they can have the opportunity to come.
Yeah, we're dropping all the gems. We're dropping all the gems. So for those, if you know someone who has a business or starting, hey, you can even use this in your 9 to 5 for your presentations.
Oh my gosh,
I learned so much. I learned so much by just working with you and seeing how you just whip this stuff up. And I'm like, oh, that's how you do that. Okay.
She creeping in my Canva DMs, y'all. She creeping.
Listen,
so we doing Canva now.
That's right. And I will be there at the Canva class with my notepad. I'm going to be right there like, oh, okay. But listen, no, really. I believe in staying in my lane, in my zone of genius. So even though I love all the amazing work that you do,
thank you.
I am totally fine with you doing it.
I know you are.
I operate on the left side of my brain with that logical, rational side. I'm very organized, very efficient. Like that's what I do, right?
Yeah, and you do it well.
Yeah, all of that creativity stuff. I dabble in it. But I really don't want to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't really want to do it. And I don't really want to create all the lists and the show notes. So I'm glad
that's why we complement each other really well.
Yeah.
But I love it. But when I'm totally okay with, hey,
I'm okay with it. That's my passion.
But she enjoys doing it.
I do. Really I love to make things look beautiful.
And I like making things organized and efficient. That's what I do.
For bringing our talents together.
That's
bringing our strengths together.
It's real.
That's amazing. I love that.
Real. It's the yin and the yang that actually works.
And acknowledging like what you do best.
For sure.
And allowing the other person to do what they do best.
Yeah, absolutely.
But doesn't mean you can't dabble a little bit though.
I'm a dabble, but then I'm gonna give it back.
Listen, can I just tell the one story? So she made a graphic on camera for our standing banner. I said, man, what is this? She sent me this
template.
Listen, she sent me this cute little emoji. The girl's like, I don't know. I said, ma'am, could you just, thank you, but no thank you.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Look.
But hey, at least you attempted. I give you that much.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
I'll get it started, but
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to let you do what you do. But listen, part of what we're going to be doing with our brunch Dance and Learn is also the dancing part, right? So we're going to be sharing with you. Actually, can we go ahead and show?
Let's show the folks.
Let's show them.
Let's show the folks.
So this is going to be an interactive session today, okay?
Yes, it is.
All right, so for those of you who have been wanting to learn the Tamia Dance, all right, we're going to show you a few things, okay? All right, so make sure y'all are paying attention. If you need to, turn around. You might have to record this so you can come back to it. But the Tamia Dance is so, it's taking over. It's the whole, it's the whole craze. Doing it. Yeah, I just went to my family reunion. Me and my cousins were there. We had an amazing time. I love it. My family's watching too. We practiced this as well. We also did a TikTok. We did a TikTok called Call Me. That'll be for another episode. My sister teacher. We'll have to do it. Like we practice. We put our heart and soul into that as well. But listen, if you've been wanting to learn it to me, I'm going to give you a few quick steps, or just to slow it down a little bit to show you what to do. Okay. So you're going to start off. It's going to be 2 steps to your right, and then you're going to do 2 steps to your left, okay? So that's the first part. Then you're going to do a figure 8. So this is the part where people start getting all turned around, and this is the part, right? This is a funny little TikTok video where the guy is cooking, and anyway, you all have probably seen it, but his legs get all twisted around like spaghetti.
Oh,
but
Lord.
What you're doing is really just a figure 8, okay? And it's an 8 count. So after you do your 2 to the right and your 2 to the left, what you're going to do is you're going to cross over and your legs are going to kind of start forming an 8. Okay, that's the way you're going to be moving. Okay, so you're going to cross over. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that just gets a little sped up. Okay, so let's go back. We're going to do. Let's go back from the top, because this is the trickiest part right here with these figure 8s. So we're going to go 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and we're crossing over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And then it's a step.
Listen, y'all, we in a tight space. We're going to make it work.
Right. It's a tight space. Okay. So after that, we're doing 2 steps again, to the left and the right, and then we're doing another figure 8. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when we get ready to go to the 8, we're going to turn. We're going to turn with our left shoulder. We're going to pivot on our left foot, and we're going to end up on the right side over here. Okay?
Let's do it.
All right. So it looks a little, when you slow it down, it looks a little confusing. But
Right.
let's go ahead and do this part again. Should we start from the top?
Let's start from the
go
top.
back from the top. Okay, ready? Okay.
Come on, this a little bit.
Okay,
I
ready?
think we may be like backwards because we may be a little bit cut off from the shot.
Okay. All right, ready?
Mhm.
So we're going to start it from the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Figure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. Cross. Stop. Cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. And now we're just going to start it all over again.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let's take it from the top. Let's do it one more time. We can't. I would love to do this with the music. We can't do it with the music because
we can hum it.
Okay.
We can hum it. Yeah.
All right, let's hum it. Ready?
Let's go.
5, 6, 7, 8. Turn and. All right, one more time. We're figuring 8. And stop on your right. Cross with your left. Figure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
Okay, I was ready to keep it moving. That to me is a jam. Everybody's doing that dance. You see mothers doing it with their sons. You see old people doing it. Older people. I mean, it's amazing. It's a whole thing. It's a vibe.
It is. It's a lot of fun. So with the music and putting it all together and having the space to actually stretch out.
Correct.
It's a good workout too because I'm out of breath.
I know.
That's a little bit of cardio, right?
Right. And that's what
I know.
The endorphins up, right?
That's right.
We're getting it done.
Yes.
So
join us. Definitely join us on September the 9th. Like I said, that link is going to be down there. You're going to get some more practice of the Tamia dance.
Yes.
Okay. So come ready to learn. You're going to be learning camera skills.
I will say she's an amazing coach for the Tamia dance. I love the way you break it down. Like you really help people to understand it quicker. Okay. And then once we get it, we just
no more spaghetti legs, right?
No more spaghetti legs.
You hear that, Miss B? No more spaghetti legs.
Miss B, she got it now. She got it.
Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start segueing over into our main topic. But before we do that, our book of the day is going to be The Power of Positive Thinking. Mm-hmm. Okay. The author is Norman Vincent Peale. All right. And this is a gem, y'all. It has a spiritual aspect, a spiritual side to it as well. He quotes a lot of scriptures and brings in that spirituality. Mm-hmm. But what he's focused on is your thoughts and your mindset, and then how that translates into your life. Okay. How we think about things, the things that we dwell on is what we become.
And what we create.
That's right.
That's on point.
Yeah. So he gives a lot of practical tips. I wrote so much down while I was reading the book. But one of the things, he has a list of, the first thing that he talks about is just the power of positive imaging, right? And so the first thing that he says is you should make a list of all of the assets in your life.
I love that.
Okay. And we're not just talking about the tangible things, but we're also talking about just emotionally, maybe physically, the things that we think about. So maybe it's, I have my health.
Yes.
I have mentally, I have, I have a good state of mind.
Right.
Okay. I may have my friends and family that love and care about me. I have a great support system. Then you get into, I have a home, I have a roof over my head.
Yes.
I have a job, I have a way to, have transportation. I have a way to take care of myself and to make a living. So just making a list of those things, because sometimes we can get caught up and focused on what's not going right in our life.
Right.
And so it's kind of easy to lose sight of the things that are going right.
Right.
And when you focus on the negative, that tends to be more of what starts to trend in your life, or more of those negative things, because that's what you're focused on. Correct. Okay, so making a list of all of those assets in your life. And then just reaffirming those things and will build your self-confidence. Okay. He also talks about just picturing yourself being successful.
I love that.
Picture it. Pray about it. He says prayerize. Okay. Then picturize, and then actualize. So you pray about it first. Pray about the things that you want in your life and that the plan that God has for you. But then you should actually picture those things. What does that look like for you? You know, if we, like, for example, we said, okay, we want to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So we can actually see that happening. I'm looking and I'm talking to, but we're talking to each other like, okay, do you see it? You might see 100 up here, but do you see 1,000?
Girl, I see 1,000,000.
Come on.
I see it.
I mean, we're taking this in baby steps, but that's what you have to actually visualize those things happening. You know, even if they're tangible things, if you want to attain 6, 7, 8 figures, if that's what you want for yourself, what does that look like? See yourself living that lifestyle. What are some of the things what would you do with those? What would you do with that money? What does that look like? See yourself in your dream house. See yourself in your dream car. Don't just talk about it as if it's this kind of pie in the sky kind of concept. No, actually see yourself. If it could be a job, it could be, you going into business. What does that look like? Actually picture yourself doing that thing, and those are the things that you continue to pray about, and you're going to picture them, and then they will become actualized. That's right. That's right. So that was one of the things that he talked about as well. He said also, don't build obstacles in your imagination. If you're going to imagine the great things, imagine just the best version of yourself. Don't focus on things that are obstacles or problems. When you wake up in the morning and you are, just thinking about your day, picture, say those affirmations, say those things that will inspire you for the day, as opposed to focusing on the problems. I got to go to work and I got to deal with this person, or I have I got to go to the office and I know this work is going to be hard, and I have this client that I have to deal with. When you focus on those things, that's what happens. I mean,
because if you focus on the problem, you will never see the solution, because you're so hyper focused on the problem, and it's easy to do that.
It will manifest itself.
It's easy to do that.
It's going to manifest itself.
It always does.
Because that's the energy that you're carrying around. That's what you're expecting to happen. So why not expect good things to happen? Yeah. If you're going to picture something or imagine something, imagine your best day. Imagine your best day and tell yourself, I'm capable. I can do these things. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me.
Absolutely.
You tell yourself those things, as opposed to, it's going to be, just all of the, doom and gloom kind of concept. You don't want to focus on those things. So he talks about that as well. Mm-hmm. Also, not being awestruck by other people. No, that's where it gets into comparison. Because when you start comparing your life with somebody else's life, everybody is on their own journey. And everybody has their own challenges and their own tribulations, those trials and tribulations. Everybody has those things. So you don't know what someone is dealing with behind closed doors. You can't compare your life.
No matter what their life looks like, you don't know what's going on in their world.
You don't know what's going on. And, and they can have an amazing life. I'm not just saying just assume that everybody's life is jacked up just because they have things going well. But they also had to.
They're human.
They also had to sacrifice.
Right.
They also had to set some goals. There were things that they had to do to get there as well, right? And so that's not saying that you can't do it for yourself, but everybody is at a different place in their life.
Right.
So don't compare yourself to where someone else is on their journey. So
and it's easy to compare yourself when you're scrolling through social media and you're looking at different people's lives and what they got going on and who's doing what. But you have to remember, social media is a very tricky place to navigate because not everything on social media is actually real.
That's true.
So you don't, and when you talked about envisioning, I think about you have to really be careful what you, like the Bible says, you have to be careful of your eye and your ear gates, what you let in. So you have to be careful who you lend your ear to. You have to be careful what you watch on TV. You have to be careful what you engage in on social media, because a lot of us get lost in social media at times.
That's true.
And then we're like, wow, this person or this car. And sometimes we want things that we don't actually want, but we just, because it's so nice and this looks so grand and great. And because they have it, that means I have to have it too. Success looks very different to everybody.
That's true.
And
that's right.
Financial wealth is not the ultimate success, because you can have financial wealth and be miserable.
Still be miserable.
And still be miserable.
Right.
And make those miserable around you. So
Right. Because if you're not happy with yourself, then you're still focusing on negative things, even though you have all of these things that God has blessed you with.
And God's
focus on the tangible things, right? He's like,
girl. God's like,
Come on, girl.
An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Focus on the positive first. Thank you. Okay. They got it. I think they got it.
Right. And so that was one of the next things that he talked about was just getting a therapist. So
mental health.
If you find yourself focused on negative things and you don't know where those negative thoughts are coming from, like why do I keep going to the negative? I have all these great things that are working out for me or going for me. I've made my list of all of my assets, but now I'm still in this really dark place. So that's when you need to get help. You need to pray about that as well, but you also need to get help. Seek help from, a therapist to also help you with those things.
If you're habitually having those thoughts and you've done everything that you can do on your own to try to shake it and you still can't shake it, go and get help. Don't be ashamed. There's so many people getting therapy right now because, think about it. We just went through a pandemic. A lot of families broke up because of it. A lot of relationships, broke up because of the pandemic. There was a lot of mental health issues. People couldn't see their friends. They couldn't interact face to face.
In isolation.
The connection is important.
Right.
Being able to reach out and touch and hug somebody. Those connections, we weren't meant to be alone and we were never meant to be isolated. That's a very dangerous place for a person to be. It's a very dangerous place for a person to be. So you have to get out. Now that the air is clear, there's no excuse. We have events going on here in Jacksonville. Come on down. Get involved in some type of community, even if it's in an online community, because we're here for you and you belong here.
That's right. Say it again.
You belong here.
That is so true. That is so true. Well, there's just so many gems. I wrote down so much from this book because it really spoke to me. Even thinking about, some days you do have some days you have like a heavier schedule. I know I stay pretty busy with a lot of different things. And so, I have to, that's why I plan so many things. I plan my day out so I can wrap my head around, all right, how am I going to break this day down into small bite pieces so I can get through the day?
So you don't get overwhelmed.
Right. But also, just sometimes your mind you can go to the negative. And so if that's the case, then one of the techniques that he shared was, if you do find yourself, thinking or saying, it's going to be a rough day, I'm going to be so overwhelmed today, think about something positive. Take it back to the positive and start training yourself. Every time you go to say something negative, follow it up.
Switch it up.
That's right.
Immediately.
Right. With something positive, a positive statement or a positive affirmation if your mind is going to the negative. And the more and more you do that, every time that happens, you're training your brain to not think about the negative or just to reprogram it rather, to think about things in a positive way, thinking about things more solution-based as opposed to focusing on that problem and maybe those obstacles. No, there's a solution for every problem.
There is.
There is nothing new under the sun. That's right. There is nothing new under the sun. The AI tool, though. The AI tool. It did come out of nowhere.
Listen,
but there really is nothing new under the sun. So there is a solution for everything. And actually, we talk about this. This is a great time to be alive. Because
this is the best time
there's so many solutions for so many things that may have been a challenge before.
Exactly.
But now it makes things so much easier to do what you need to do. It really does. It really does. I love it.
But that's why I said, that's why I like that you said break it down, because we do have so many resources, so many solutions, and so many different books.
It could be overwhelming.
It could be overwhelming.
You can be distracted if you're not focused. You could.
So breaking that down into bite-sized pieces will definitely help you navigate through that, so you don't get overwhelmed. But there is a solution for you. And I think this book is a solution as well.
It is a solution. So you can get this book, and we do have the affiliate code for this as well. Like I said, this is called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. So if you like me, I like to get the hard copy of the book. Like, I don't mind listening to the Audible, but I like the hard copy because I like to go through. I like to, flag my pages. I like to, I got bullet points in here, things that I want to come back to, dog ears and things like that. So we do have the affiliate code for Amazon down there. So you can actually, if you would like to purchase the book, so you can use this as a guide, but the Audible is also good as well. If you're busy, you can also listen to it. Right. And it's just going to help you. It's going to help. I mean, all of these things, all of these resources that we're sharing is really just to help you on your journey and give you the tools that you need to succeed.
And just like the other book that we had the last season of talking about the 5-minute rule, right? What was the name of the book again?
What are you talking about, from last week?
Yes.
What books? What did
that was Do the Hard Things
Oh, Do the
First.
Hard Things First.
Yes.
That's right. Do
that
the
was
Hard
a really
Things
good
First.
book.
Yeah.
So
that was.
They're the 5-minute rule. Just starting 5 minutes.
Did you try it?
I
did. You try it last week?
I
okay.
did. That's why my closet is looking even better. It's even more polished.
I know. I cleaned my purse.
I got rid of some clothes.
I did clean my purse.
Come on.
I did. While I was on vacation for the family reunion, I was like, you know what? Cluttered mind leads to a cluttered life.
Yes, and it does.
Right, yeah.
And I cleaned out my car. My car looks good now.
Yeah.
My purse. So I'm feeling lighter and I'm feeling more focused and organized.
It helps you to get organized.
It does.
Yeah.
So the reason why I brought up that book is because, like you said, there's so many tools and resources. But if you get one book, I know we offer a lot of books. Every episode is a new book, but we will start a book club soon, so that way you can kind of go through the book with us. But we want to give you as many tools and resources as possible to help you on your journey, because there might be one book that stands out to you above all the other.
A little bit more, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So, but the 5-minute rule helps. So if you're not a reader, there's Audible. You can listen for 5 minutes. And then he said, it's okay if you go over, but you're gaining some momentum in that positive mental space. You're getting some momentum, that mind-body connection.
Right.
You're listening. You're going through your day. And just sometimes having that as a background noise helps as well. Because
it can help focus.
It does.
It can help you focus too. Yeah.
Versus listening to some music or something else. Like, music helps too, but I think that when you hear, for me, when I hear an audiobook, let me just speak for myself, it really inspires me. And I'm listening. I'm like, okay, yes, that's next. And I want to hear the whole thing. So I'll tend to listen to the whole thing in a day or so. So just 5 minutes at a time.
It does help.
Let that start you up.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, talk a little, you mentioned the mind-body connection. So talk a little bit more about that.
So
the mind-body connection.
The mind-body connection is so important because everything is connected and everyone is connected. No one is not connected to someone. So it is super important to realize how that works. And how it works is like your mind and body are all in one. So if you're being negative, if you're doubting yourself, I know sometimes in business, especially when you're getting started, people might have that imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And you're trying to forge your way through, your work day, and you're thinking, wow, do I really belong here? Are they going to know that I'm new to this? They're not going to accept me. There's so many negative thoughts that swirl around in the mind. And like you said, you have to stop those thoughts like right in the middle. Don't let them even complete themselves. No, I do belong here. This is, and you see what I do belong here. Not I don't belong here.
That's right.
So that mind-body connection is actually speaking the words, thinking about what you're saying, and connecting it with your body. I do belong here. This opportunity is for me. I'm the right person for this job. I'm going to show up and show out. This is for me.
That's right.
God has put this in my path for a reason. And God will put people in your path. God will put opportunities in your path. So don't take an opportunity that God has put in your way, has literally basically given to you in your path, and discount it, because God gave you that desire. God brought the opportunity to you for a reason. God gave you that skill set, or that, like sometimes some of us have natural skill sets, right? And then we go to school, we educate to kind of build upon those and to build upon our passion. So you have to accept that. And when you do, connect with your mind, connect with your body. Yes, this is for me. Yes, I got this. So you have to speak to yourself differently. And when you connect the mind with the body, you kind of reaffirm it. You solidify it.
Right. That's so true. And that kind of parallels to, I remember when I was working out with a personal trainer, she would say, okay, when you're working this particular muscle, connect the movement with the muscle.
Yes.
And she would talk about that mind-body connection. Another parallel to that, I think, is my boys all played basketball. Right.
Okay.
And when they would go to take a shot, I would always tell them, see the shot going into the basket.
That does work.
See it actually going into it. Don't think, oh, I'm not gonna take the shot because I'm gonna miss the shot. No, see that ball going into the net.
Visualize.
Yes, see that, because then you've got that whole mind body connection, and you're where the mind is leading you is where the body's gonna go. And so you're going to, your form is gonna be a little bit different because you're actually seeing that ball going in. So your body is gonna do everything that it needs to.
Absolutely.
To help. Oh, did you play a little basketball? Did you see? I saw the form, girl.
Did you see that?
I saw the form.
Every
I saw
time.
that.
And it won't miss. And she don't miss. And she don't.
But it's so true.
Right.
It's so true.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you shared that. I think just, just thinking about things from a positive, being positive, just trying to realign yourself with that and change your way of thinking, changing your mindset and shifting it over to, you know what, I'm going to be positive. Let me be the most optimistic
person in the room.
Positive person. That's right. And that's going to, you keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself and see what happens. Because the people who want to talk about things that are negative, when you start focusing on the positive, that will shut all those things down because they know that, you know what, I made that's not, that I'm maybe barking up the wrong tree.
Right, they don't even entertain that. They don't even entertain that type of conversation.
And then that can affect the person that you're dealing with or the people in the room. Our goal is to try to elevate. We don't want to bring people down. We don't want to walk into the room with negativity.
You can't elevate by yourself. Again, everybody needs people in some capacity, some way, some shape or form.
But you can let your light shine.
Exactly.
You can let your light shine.
That's how you will draw them.
That's right. And you can elevate the room, not coming in and focusing on negative things and, complaining.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
That breeds a lot of negativity as well. So,
it does.
Just kind of focusing on what are the things like I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that, I have my health. I have my strength, that I'm able to get out and be able to mingle and come out and be around other people and enjoy. Look at this beautiful day that's out here. The sun is shining. There's just so many things to be grateful for. There really is. You can even get a gratitude journal and just jot down the things that you're grateful for in your life and just focus on those things. So every time your mind is going to the negative, just realign it to something positive.
Absolutely.
To focus on something positive.
And then if there are people around you who don't like that, there's some people who want to stay in that pessimistic state.
Yeah.
Because that's their comfort zone. Mm-hmm. They really don't want to stay there, but they don't know how to get out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to shake the dust off your feet and get yourself into a different atmosphere. Mm-hmm. You don't have to stay there and take all that in, because when you're as optimistic as you can be, you do have to be careful of your surroundings, because sometimes people can bring you down.
Yeah.
And you can try, and it's easier to do that than it is to be optimistic all the time.
It is.
It is, right? Unless you were kind of naturally, I feel like I'm naturally optimistic person. My perspective, I always look at things through a lens of, so this can work. Like when I was in the military, real quick story. When I was in the military, there were so many people complaining through basic training. Oh, we got to work out. I'm like, this is amazing.
I get to work out. I'm getting paid to work out.
I'm getting paid to work out. They're going to feed me. And I get a paycheck every week, and they're going to feed me. And they're going to get me in shape. Yeah. Oh, this is an amazing opportunity. So it's all about how you look at it.
It's all the lens. It's all your perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, and take your time. Like getting a therapist, like you said, will definitely help. Mm-hmm. If you're finding yourself not able to do this on your own, remember you're not alone. Mm-hmm. You're never alone. You're only alone when you isolate yourself. Mm-hmm. So get around some positive people. Mm-hmm. Read a great book. There's meetups, there's different clubs that you can join. That go with whatever your passion is. Mm-hmm. So there's really no excuse.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you touched on that too, because that's one of the things when you're not happy or you're not fulfilled in your life, you're not doing something that you may be
when you're not living your purpose.
That's right. Then you can tend to focus on everything that's wrong because you're not fulfilled within yourself. Right. So again, talking to a therapist, but also reflecting within, looking, inside to see, what is really going on? Am I achieving the things that I wanted to, that I set out to, when you were little and you're like, what I want to be when I grow up.
Right.
What are the things that you dreamed about? And, that changes in life. But if there's something that you want to do, you got to go after it. You have to go for it. There's nothing that's stopping you.
Right.
Nothing that's holding you back but you.
Right.
Really, it is the mindset. Anything that you want to do, you can do. Go after it. Set a goal and start working towards those goals. And there's so many tools, there's so many resources out there that will help you. But you can do what you want to in your life to have that happiness and have that fulfilled life where you feel like you're living your best life. There's
essentially we are all writing our own story.
That's right.
Every day we wake up is an opportunity to create a new page. So what do you want your page to look like? Mm-hmm. And that's all a part of building resilience, right?
It is. And sometimes failures happen in life. that may not have been the plan for you. God will realign. There's some things that happened in my life. I used to work for a company and ended up getting fired from the company. And I was devastated. I was like, I was almost 40 years old. I ended up getting let go from a company. And I was like, man, what is this about? I had never been let go from a company. And it was a huge, it really did something to my ego. Now, I will say, as I was driving away from that place, I had this huge weight that was lifted because I was miserable.
Wow.
I hated the job, but I never would have left if that had not happened. I never would have left.
That's amazing.
And I never would have embarked on the path of entrepreneurship. I never would have gone this way. I would have stayed at that job. I would have stayed there because it was, it was a decent salary. I thought it was pretty good for here. I was like, okay, all right, this is what I'm doing. All right. And, and then that happened. And so things had to shift in my life, but I had to make the best of that.
Yes.
And, so that started me on this entrepreneurial journey. And I'm so grateful. God closed that door, but I'm so grateful that he closed it because otherwise I wouldn't be living my purpose. I wouldn't be sitting here with you today.
Wow. That's amazing.
With She's in the Circle, I wouldn't have, multiple businesses. I would not be where I am today. And I'm still on the journey. I'm still on the journey. And, there's still things, this is not going to be that's not going to be the last setback in my life, but sometimes you even have to embrace those opportunities and say, you know what, that door closed. Okay, that happened for a reason. So now what am I going to do about it?
How are you going to move forward?
That's right.
I think the best way to move forward is how you speak to yourself, setting those affirmations, right?
Yes.
What are you saying to yourself first? And don't think about other people because it's easy to be like, well, they did this to me. It's easy to play the blame game. But like my teacher said back in the day, you got one finger pointed out that way. You got three more pointed back at you, right? And it takes two to tangle. So when you wake up in the morning, before you even get out of your bed, I just want you to start affirming yourself. I just want you to start speaking into your life. You have to be careful what you say and what you allow other people to say to you because they're speaking it into existence, right? And whatever you accept, that's what you become. That's what you become a part of. And that's what you intend to manifest.
There was one other thing I wanted to read. This was something that it also mentioned in there about health. I wanted to mention that sometimes those negative thoughts can lead to stress, which can exacerbate medical conditions. So that can even make you sick. Those negative thoughts.
Yes.
So those affirmations are so very important. And the things that you tend to focus on, like you said, that's what actually is okay. If you constantly think of what you don't have, you keep yourself in the same conditions. If you constantly think of what you don't have, you keep yourself in the same condition. So there's affirmations, thinking about prosperity, thinking about achievement, thinking about success, thinking about your purpose, all those things.
And there's some affirmations that you can say. So I'll give you a few. I am God's child. I am blessed. I am prosperous. I am abundant. I am well. I am thriving, right? I am moving closer to my purpose. I might not be where I want to be today, but every day I'm stepping closer and closer to the purpose that God has for my life, right? I am not a competitor, but I'm a collaborator, right? So think about different ways that you can spin things that maybe you're at a job where someone's competing with you, but you come in there with the I'm the collaborator mindset. So like Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high.
That's right.
And so you actually change the atmosphere when you walk into a room, depending on what you first said to yourself, because you carry that air with you.
That goes back to what Brenda Vega talked about as well. Yeah, it's all connected. All of this is all connected, and I love it. This has been an amazing topic.
I feel so inspired.
I do too.
I really do.
We can go on and on about
so
this.
Much
for more. I'm telling you, definitely get the book.
There's
so much more meat to this as well. But as a business bestie, what are some of the ways that your business bestie might be able to help encourage you if you're have a negative
okay.
the mindset or.
Well, I think first having that trust and communication, letting your business bestie know where you're at. Hey, girl, today I'm having a bad day. This happened in my personal life, or this happened in my business life. Your business bestie is ultimately someone you can trust with these things, right? So letting people know where you're at and being transparent. People think vulnerability is a weakness, but it's the biggest strength that you can ever carry to actually open up and say what's wrong.
Because you're human.
Exactly.
And everybody knows you're going to have this. Not saying you can't have a bad day,
no.
but being transparent and opening up.
Exactly. Yeah. And so when you open up with your bestie, then that's her opportunity, because now you've given someone the opportunity to pour in you when you don't have much left, right? Oh, girl, you got this. Are you kidding me? You're fabulous. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. And it's kind of like you are sweet. You is kind. You is important. You are important. Okay?
Yeah. Do you see what I see? Do you see,
Sometimes we don't.
That's right.
Sometimes we think that we have that imposter syndrome again. We think that we're not accomplishing our goals, and other people might look at you like, this person is amazing. Right? I want to get to know them. So you never know how someone is looking at you, right? But what's most important out of anything is how you view yourself.
So true.
And what you say to yourself.
That's right.
That's a great business bestie tip.
Yeah, that is.
Can we cheers to that?
Cheers. Good stuff. Wait, what? My sun and sand and a drink in my hand.
She got mad hustle and a dope soul. And she
cheers
do.
To that.
Cheers.
Okay, we're supposed to take a sip. There's no water in here. Not yet. Next show we got we got you.
Yes, we got you next show.
So, speaking of which, we have ways that you can get into the circle.
Let's tell them
right? Ways for you to get into the circle. Okay. So many different ways. We have our events, of course, that are coming up. We have our Business Bestie Club, where you can come to these events, like our brunch, dance, and learn session, as well as we have sponsorships. Absolutely. We have our success strategy sessions as well. So those are great ways for you to get
there's so many great ways to get into the circle. And speaking of that, because our time is wrapping up here, we just want to go into where our next week topic is going to be. She's foundational brilliance. Essential business skills for entrepreneurship.
I love it.
Essential business skills.
Come on the journey with us, guys. Come on the journey.
Foundational brilliance. Now, brilliance is it hits differently, because you could work in excellence or you could work in brilliance.
I like it. I like that.
Oh, I like that.
Yes. So definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday at 7:00. Wear your pink. Make sure that you're wearing your pink. Share the pictures. We have a prize for you. If you have not already, please go on the YouTube and follow and subscribe. Okay, hit that little subscribe button down there, and also follow. Hit that little notification button. Yes. Well. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you. Love you guys.
Remember, you belong here.
Yes. Bye.
Thank you for joining the She's in the Circle podcast. See you on all our social media platforms for more empowering episodes and contagious laughter. Follow us for useful business tips. Subscribe to access valuable gems and wealth-building tips that will ignite your success.
Join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for exciting conversations, and stay in the loop with your business bestie.
At L'Amour Media Versatility, we aim to provide comprehensive solutions to our clients. We have a team of experienced professionals who can help you with every aspect of your media needs. From documentation and marketing to promotion and more, we provide our clients with top-notch quality services. We understand that each client is unique and has specific needs. That's why our team works closely with you to understand your company and event goals and objectives. We are committed to providing the highest quality services in media and strive to exceed our clients' expectations. Our team is passionate about helping you reach your goals and making sure you get the best experience and results. If you're looking for a reliable business to help you with all your media needs, look no further than L'Amour Media Versatility. Contact us today to get started at 252-497-3817 or at www.lamour-photos.com.